I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, everybody? Today is Friday. That's right. Today is Friday, November 16th, 2018. The first and last time it'll ever be Friday, November 16th, 2018. So we want to make sure that we make the absolute most of this incredible day. And I got to tell you, I love me some Fridays, man. I love me some Fridays because on Fridays we get to meet some incredible people here in the hashtag Rise and Grind group. I mean, just absolutely amazing people. And today you're going to get to meet this guy, Steve Brewster, owner of Wholesale Inc. And I'm telling you, he's got a story that's going to blow you away. It's going to be absolutely incredible. I've been waiting for weeks to be able to introduce you to this guy. He is amazing. This is not your ordinary car guy. His story is absolutely going to blow you away. And this is why I love Fridays. You know, on Fridays, I get a chance to introduce you to some amazing human beings from all over the world. I mean, last week we had Hanalei Swan come in from Bali, Indonesia. And we've had Elena Cardone, Eric Thomas. We've had guys like Darian Sanders, my good friend, who is just incredible. Lisa Copeland's been on the show. Deanne Stevens has been on the show. We had Mandy from the radio station. We've had Scott Simons. We've had Josh Cummins. I mean, we've had so many incredible people on the show in the past. And the man that you are going to meet today, he's completely different. He's unlike any of the other people that have been on the show, and that's what I just love about it. It's always someone unique, it's always someone powerful, and it always changes my Friday. I don't know about you, but I'm super excited. Now, before we start, I do want to clarify something real quick. Yesterday, I went back and watched yesterday's episode of hashtag Rise and Grind again, and on yesterday's episode, I told you guys all that God wants you to win, and he does. He absolutely 100% does. But I did want to clarify one thing. When I went back and listened to it throughout the thing, I had talked about God wanting you to obey and God wanting you to worship and things like that. And it kind of came off as though I was saying that you don't need to do those things. And I just want to clarify that because yes, we are called to do all of those things. It is the intention behind why he wants us to do all those things. He wants us to do all those things so that we can win, not so that we can be limited or restricted by rules and regulations. So I just wanted to clarify that. When I went back and watched it yesterday, it could have been a little bit confusing. So I did want to clarify that real quick. Last thing, before we get to my man, Steve, the Feed a Family thing that we're doing for the holidays, I want to clarify that as well. That is something that we're doing for Christmas. That is not a Thanksgiving thing. That's a Christmas thing, so don't freak out on that. And make sure you're on the list to get the stinking planners because the planners are about to come out and they are incredible. Okay, enough of that stuff, right? You guys want to get to Steve. I want to get to Steve. But before we do, you know what we got to do. That's right. Let's dance, folks. I got some new music for you this morning. I had to get some absolutely new music from my man, Steve Brewster. This is how he's got me feeling this morning. I feel like we're going to win today. I feel like we're going to have a big win today. So for those of you that have been on the show before and those of you that haven't, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, we can make a massive impact on this planet. I mean, massive. And sometimes all it takes to change the way they start their day is you hitting that share button. So make sure you hit that share button. This is also the part of the show where I'm going to say good morning to you and you're going to say good morning to me. So make sure whether you're watching on replay or you're watching live, I need to see you. Good morning, Miss Vicki Everett. How are you today? My man Josh is in the building. What's up, Chris Yancey? Aaron Jones is in the house. Scott Holbert, Ryan Smith. We got Janelle Griego. We've got the whole Roper Kia team, I'm sure. We've got Mike Moyer. We've got Anthony Santangelo. Eddie Gilbert's up in the house. What's up, Laura Berman? Always great to see you. I love it. Naomi Buster's in the house. Joshua Stifler's in the house. And Chad Pausick. What's up, Melvin Rodriguez and Derek McClain? Leanne Rhinesmith's up in here. Liza Myers-Borchers is up in here. Beth Workman's up in here. Josh Negron. Eric Willeroy. Uh-oh, folks. My man Tom Sizemore's up in here. Archie's in here. Galen's up in here. This place is starting to fill up. It's getting to be standing room only. I love it. Make sure you're hitting that share button as we get going today, because everyone on the planet needs to meet this guy, Steve Brewster. I'm telling you. All right, cool. You guys getting everybody up in here? Good. I love it. There's my good morning. I'm going to kill the music so that I don't mess this up. This is always the part where I kind of mess up when I bring in the guests, so I want to make sure that I don't do that. Without further ado, it is now 5:36. I want to bring you my man, Mr. Steve Brewster. Hold up. I know how to fix that now. Okay, good. And boom. And boom. Steve, my man, how are you, sir?
Great, sir. Great. Good to be here.
I'm so glad you're here with me this morning, man. I know it's bright and early, and I just appreciate you taking time to come join us here on hashtag Rise and Grind.
Love it.
Love it?
Yes, sir.
Hold on. Maybe it's my volume. I'm having a hard time hearing you. Let me make sure. There we go. I think I'm good now. So Steve, my man, dude, first time that I ever kind of came across you, first time that I really had heard about you is we were doing this Facebook Live-a-thon. We're doing a Facebook Live-a-thon for Michelle because she had we had found out she had an advanced form of cancer and she needed some help, and we're doing this Facebook Live-a-thon, and all of a sudden I see this really large donation from this Steve Brewster guy, and I'm like, who is this guy? So I started looking further into you, and you've done some amazing stuff, man. Tell everybody who you are, and I really want to know, why did you decide to help a stranger that day?
I guess that day, Glenn, the way that it works for me is, you get these opportunities like that come up in life, and you see people or you hear about people and that need the help. And with me, on that particular lady, I had that voice inside. I had that little voice that said, this one's for you. It's your turn. This is what you're supposed to do. And I really try to do my best to follow that voice and to do what I just, thought it's the right thing to do.
That's incredible, man. But listen, Steve, you're a car guy, man. Car guys aren't supposed to have hearts and little voices. We're supposed to be just profit-seeking. That's the stereotype. We're supposed to be these grease balls, man. Tell us a little bit about that. You have been in the car business for a long time, right?
Yes, sir. 27 years. Been in the car business I've been self-employed since March 1st of 1990. And yeah, you're correct. But I think for someone like me that has come along, that I started from nowhere, and to have the success that I have had, and to have the blessings that I've had along the way. I mean, you have to help people like that. It's just doing the right thing. If all these blessings and all this stuff have came my way, you have to share it. You have to give back. That kind of person, I think, and I don't see why more people don't get that. I mean, it makes you feel amazing.
I agree with you 1,000,000%. So talk about that a little bit. What kind of successes have you had? Let's for the people here on the show that have never met Steve Brewster, tell them a little bit about your career.
My career, like I said, I started in 1990, self-employed. I opened a car lot in around still close to where I live today. My rent was $500 a month. The office was probably 250, 300 square feet. I had room on the lot for 10 or 12 cars. And I was there for 6 years and made a living. And then I got got this idea to have an auto auction in 96. And in 96, I opened this auction. I had it for 5 years. It was very successful, and I sold it. And then that's when in 2001, I got the idea to open this wholesale company. After I'd sold the auction. So I opened this wholesale company in 2002 and it was just been the greatest ride ever. Just something that fit my style, my brain more than anything, and just absolutely had a passion for it. Loved it. You know, we started out wholesaling a few cars and probably 5 employees. And as of when I sold it 2 weeks ago, we had 220 employees selling 2,500 cars a month. You know, we're just we was just killing it. You know, it's been an awesome, unbelievable ride for somebody like me, and just so blessed.
That's incredible, man. 2,500 cars, 200 employees, started from basically nothing. Started from a building for scratch. I remember you telling me that story and getting an opportunity to meet some people and getting somebody doing something kind with you and letting you share that building in the beginning and how that was the forefront. Well, that's incredible, man. And you've had a successful career, clearly, and I think that in itself is incredibly impressive. But what to me is more impressive is what you've done with those blessings, the way that you've given back, the way that your heart is bigger than your business. And I want to get into that here in just a second. Before we do, though, this is a morning show, Steve. This is a 5:30. This is the Rise and Grind. You've been watching the show here for a long time. I know you've been a part of the group. So I got to ask you, because we're all about getting that right morning routine, and every successful human being I've ever run into has a good one. What does your morning routine look like, man?
My morning routine is pretty simple, pretty same thing every day. I'm very patterned. I get up at 4:35 every day, or 5 days a week. I get up at 4:35. I eat. I have to be at the gym at 6:30. So I have some extra time in there. I have some time to think or plan or think about what's going on and have a little quiet time. But every morning it's 4:35. I work out at 6:30 to 7:30, and then I go to work.
Go to work and rock and roll, taking care of the mind, body, and spirit. Incredibly important. I love that. And you watch Rise and Grind, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, always.
That's awesome. Well, talking about, you just mentioned you like to take care of your body. You like working out. And that's one thing I definitely want to touch on. So you had the dealerships, you had your business, you had all that, and you ended up building a CrossFit space there on the facility, right? Tell everybody about that.
Well, it's been 6 years ago now. We got, like I say, I've been a workout guy. It's been 6 years ago that we had some extra space in the back of the dealership, and a large extra space. And 3 or 4 of us started working out and just doing our thing back there. And then somebody else would show up, or we'd invite somebody else, and we got this little thing going. So then I had the idea to just open it up to the community, to the public, to whoever would like to come. So now we have 4 classes every morning, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, and 10 every morning. Average 25, 30 people in the class. And it's just it's the most it's just like a family, it's kind of like your deal that you got going on here. I make my best friend, it's just incredible. that you do something like that and you see people come in, you see people lose 20 pounds, 40 pounds, 60 pounds. You see ladies come in and, they're down or you can just tell that people come, and after a week or two or month or two, you can just see a lot. And, just some of them, they just brighten up, and it gets them alive. It gives them some hope. They say, and just that gym works for some, besides it being absolutely free to the public, it works for some people, and I don't know why, but it's awesome.
Dude, that's absolutely free to the public. So you're running four CrossFit classes a day. You're running this area. It started off just you and your buddies. You invited more and more people. Now it's become basically it's become the church is what it's become. Yeah. It's become a place where people can come broken, and they can come and get restored, and they can get stronger, and they can do it in community, man. That's unbelievable. Did you ever think like, well, hey, I could start charging these people membership fees and make money? That ever cross your mind?
No, really it didn't. I mean, it's just that's something that I really love. I really love to, like you say, to work out, to kind of take care of my body, whatever. But if that's my give back, that's my thing that I'm going to do. That just may. I mean, it's like I said, when you're blessed and have the success that I have, then when you run by your marker that you should have stopped at, 100 times, why? I mean, I wouldn't be very much of a person at all if you didn't give back. You just can't. I don't like people that just get all that money and just sit on it. That's not the way it's meant to be.
Well, that's clearly why you continue to be blessed, because your heart is 100% in the right place. Now, this CrossFit gym, which is incredible, I love that you created that. I really, really do. It's completely free to the entire community. You maintain it, you operate it, you run it, and that's just unheard of, man. It's unheard of. Now, there was something else that stemmed from this, right? With special needs children, correct?
Yes. A couple years ago, a little over a couple years ago, that there was this lady that was coming to the gym. A lady started coming to the gym, and she had a 12-year-old kid with special needs, and she would bring him in a wheelchair every day. And like I said, when she first started coming, you could tell that she was probably not in a very good place, and she was struggling, and didn't have that glow, And
yeah.
I watch her over a week, I watch her over 2 weeks, I watch her over a month, and she starts losing what, you can just see she starts losing a little weight. She starts getting there. And finally, after a couple months, I knew she had to lose, but you just saw the light going on. You just saw her waking up, coming alive. And I said one day too, I said, you're looking better, you're looking good. This is working for you. And by this time, this lady is, we go in minute sessions, but this lady's going the hour. She's going straight through. She's not stopping.
Wow.
She's just killing it. And so of course I noticed the hard work, and I compliment the lady. And then then over the next few months, we become friends, and I get to know her son, and she says, could I have my son, which is 12 years old, in a wheelchair? She said, can I have my son a party here for Christmas? I want to have him a party for Christmas. And we let some people have some birthday parties there and that kind of thing too. And I said, yeah, of course you can. I said, but let's don't wait till Christmas. Let's do it next month. Let's just do it. And so we talk about it anyway. We get it, and we set up. So then I tell her what I've been thinking about doing, that I've been thinking about having a special needs day back there. And, so we started, and it's been a little over 2 years. We started having these parties, and the first week we had, 25 families there the first month. Wow. And then it just grows. But by year number 2, every month, we have it one day a month. Every month we're having 75, 80 special need families that are coming in the back of this car, in this car lot.
Right.
And they say that, they say it's just their favorite time of the month. They say they just love it. And this lady is explaining to me that, on the front side of this, she said, I want to have my son a party here because my son never gets invited to birthday parties. My son never gets invited and gets to spend the night with somebody or gets to do something. And then, you hear her telling you this story, and it's just, it just lights you up, and just like that, just like some stuff that you got, this lady, and then I asked people about that. They said, well, to have these special needs kids and families, you need a doctor, you need a nurse, you need this, you shouldn't do this, you got to have this. And, we stack the weights up in the corner and throw a couple blankets over them and open the door and do it. You just got to do it when you see a need for something. You can always be talked out of it or always be, but just do it. Just do it. You can do it if you just set your mind to it and then it's important to you.
There can be 100 reasons not to do something, but all it takes is one reason. One powerful reason, like what you've got in your heart right there, where it's the right thing, where it can make an impact. These people need that. And when when you've got that one thing, none of the rest matters, man.
Yes, that's correct. And these people there's a need for this, and they, and they're just the sweetest, best people and kids, and it's just the right thing to do. My favorite thing about it when we used to do it, I would meet the people in the parking lot and help them park their cars. And you could just see so much by just walking out and greeting these people and meeting them and helping them. I can't explain, and like you said, and you see me here, that's why you do, it makes me feel better than any of them, just taking pride,
right. Folks, you guys, everybody, this is Steve Brewster. This is the real Steve Brewster. This guy's a multi-millionaire. He's built incredible businesses. He's done incredible things. And look at him. Look at where his heart's at, man. That's what I love. That's what I love about Steve. That's what I wanted to share with you guys. This is real life talk right here, man. This is what it's really about. For those of you that are out there and you're trying to figure out, like, how do I get to the next level? How do I find my success? How do I define my success? This is it right here, man. He's giving you the blueprint. You just do what's right. You just do the right thing. You lift others. You encourage others. You pull others together in community. You go out and you open their door and you walk them from the car to the building, man. It's simple little things like that we forget to do as human beings, but that's where it's at. That's where it's at. That's why I love this guy, Steve. Steve, you are an incredible servant leader. Like, you are an absolute, servant leader. You have this servant mindset. You're always looking for opportunities to serve. Where do you think that came from?
It comes from that voice inside, like I said earlier, when they say it's your turn, but yet there again, it goes back to starting with nothing. I mean, and a lot of people, but I mean, I really started pretty low, and I've had this success and I've had all this fun and I've got to do all this stuff. And, and I guess I knew a couple people along the way, and I knew some people that were, similar to me that I looked up to, and they were the most greedy, unhappy people I've ever met. They had money, they had this, whatever, but they were really unhappy. They were so intent on holding on to everything they possibly could and not share. And I love to share. I love it. it makes you feel, like I said, you get, and you hear that old thing about it makes you feel good. It makes you, well, I'm a living, breathing example of, if you give stuff to people, if you do nice stuff for people, if you help people up, it makes you feel incredible. And it's amazing too, the more you do, the more, I mean, for me over the years, and this is pretty simple, but it's true. The more you do, the better your business is, the better this is, the better that is.
That's right. That's an absolute fact, man. Absolute fact. You guys love this guy? Because I love this guy. If you think you have any friends or family members in your circle that would benefit from watching Steve Brewster this morning, I need you to go ahead and hit that share button. We still have, this late in the show, we still have over 90 people watching live this morning, which is awesome. But if any of you guys hit that share button, I want to get Steve out there. Because Steve, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put you up. We're almost out of time. We're at 25 minutes right now, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to put you up on top of a mountain, all right? You're my man. You're up on top of a mountain. All of civilization, every human being on the planet is looking up at you, and they're like, Steve, we need your help, man. We need something practical that we can apply in our lives today. We need we need some words of wisdom, and you've got 2 minutes. You've got just 2 minutes to impact the planet. What are you going to tell them?
What I'm going to tell them is, to win at life or your career, you have to have a strategy. You've got to have a plan. And who I'm talking to out there this morning, I'm talking to the normal people. I'm talking to the people like myself, the underdog, the undereducated, the ones that said they never could, never should, never would make it. And I'm going to just say, what I'm going to give you here is what it is, a guaranteed win for me. It is the exact way that I did it. Is you be known for your hard work. You don't just work hard, you be known for your hard work. You get that out there. You let people know. You do it every day. You keep going. You show everybody. You protect your reputation at any cost. You always, from when you're starting out and you're
you froze
reputation. You keep your word. You always keep your word. And you have a strategy. You have a strategy to impress the people that can help you. You hang out with the right people. You stay with the right people. You try to do good for them and show them that you're serious about what you're doing. You're serious about winning. If you do those things right there, as simple as that is, you will be amazed at how people will try to help you. When people see that you're truly serious about getting somewhere, about being somebody, and you're honest, and you got to be known for hard work. That's what did it for me. That's what, when I was on it's kind of like your own stage, every day you have to prove, and then maybe that's it. You have to prove to everybody that you're dead serious about, you're going to be that guy, and like we was talking earlier, I'm a workout guy. So it's like you get on that treadmill, you get on this treadmill of life, and you just take out and you're going on this treadmill of life, and then you have to decide, am I going to be a 4 man, or am I going to be an 8 man, or am I going to be a 10 man? And it's how hard you can go. It's about being mentally tough. It's how you block the pain. It's how you go. It's how you get up every day and do what we're doing here. You do the rise and grind, but you have to do it every day. You have to do it every day. And it's just self-discipline, being mentally tough. That's what's really, really worked for me. The other thing I would say is just to look in that mirror, every day, and just be honest with yourself about your performance of last week, yesterday. I've always done it every day. I look in that mirror and I say, yesterday I was this, and you have to be honest. That would make that will do more for you than anything. If you look in that mirror every day and you're brutally honest with yourself. you have to do that. And the other thing that's really been where I take the most pride in is be an example. Live your life to be an example. Live your life to be an example. I want people to look at me. I want people to say, yeah, that was a good thing, or this was good, or that's what I wish I would do. And I looked at somebody one time when I was 16 or 17 years old, and I said, that's the guy right there I want to be. And I think that is the biggest compliment you can give anybody. And it's what I strive for every day, is for sometimes somebody to look at me and say, that guy, he's good. I want to be like him. I want to do that. That's who I want to be. And that's just awesome. You know, that's my thing. I want to be an example. I don't want to have an opinion. I want to be an example, you know, just and live that way. And for all you people out there that I said that are underdogs, that's who I'm for. You know, you can do it. It's up to you. Opportunities come along. You have to snatch one, and then you have to go all in, and you just have to go. And I've always had that little voice inside of me said, Steve, just go, go, go. You're going to be fine, but just go. If you give it everything you've absolutely got, I'm going to take care of you.
Nice, man. I love it. You say you want to be an example. You are an example. You're an example to me. You are an absolute example to me, and that's powerful stuff. We've got to have a plan. We got to be known for our hard work. I love that. I love that you and I got to have a conversation about you giving and being a servant leader, and we got to have all that conversation. And then we get to the 2-minute takeaway, and you're like, dude, you got to work hard. Like it's not all roses and rainbows and fun and fairy dust, man. You got to work for it. You got to work hard. I love that. We got to work hard, protect our reputation, impress the people that can help you. Look in the mirror. I love the look in the mirror moments, man. It's so important, right? Like, be honest with yourself. If you're not giving 100%, then you need to look in the mirror and go, bro, I'm not giving 100%. That's where the growth and the learning is from. And then live your life to be an example. Steve Brewster, you, my man, are an amazing human being. Absolutely amazing. Uniquely made by the God of the universe to be the best version of you that you can possibly be, and I think you're stepping all up in it. I think you are the absolute best version of Steve that you can possibly be, and I can tell you, man, it's making a massive impact on this planet. I know you already know this with the CrossFit gyms and with the special needs and what you've done in your business and what you're doing here today with Rise and Grind. It's making a massive impact on this planet, brother, and I absolutely love you for it, man.
Yes, sir. Love y'all too.
Absolutely love you. Listen, guys, check it out, man. Steve is the man. Make sure you follow him, Steve Brewster. You can follow him on Facebook. He's on there. He can be an example in your life. You got to watch the stuff that he's doing. And if you loved my man Steve, make sure that you hit that share button, because more and more people need to meet guys just like this in the world, man. I'm telling you, it's just, there's incredible people out there, and we don't get to see enough of them. We don't get to see enough of them out there. That's not how news works. That's not how media works. But that's how Rise and Grind works, is you're going to meet incredible people and continue to do so. If you need more videos, go to glennlundy.com. If you need some Rise and Grind gear, go to glennlundy.com. And most importantly, I need you guys to come back. Enjoy your weekend, and then come back here on Monday morning at 5:30 a.m. We'll do it all over again on #Rise and Grind. Steve, you got anything else you want to say before they go?
No, sir. Thank you. Loved it.
All right, my man. Hang on just a second. I'm gonna pop offline, and you